In this example, we'll be creating an intersection, and AutoCAD Civil 3D actually does this for you. So remember how this was all one road and we didn't have to join up this piece and this piece with an intersection. It built a horizontal curve in. Well, here, if I can get zoomed in, here where 1st and 2nd Street are joined, we do need an intersection at this point. And you definitely want to build in your intersections if you need to before you build in the road themselves. So we're going to go up to the intersection tool and we're going to create an intersection, and it's going to ask you where's the intersection point. So I would suggest zooming way in so that you know you're picking the right point. And this is going to be where 1st and 2nd Street join up. So we can just call this regular intersection 1. Intersection markers are fine. It could ask you if you want the primary road crown maintained. The crown is where we set the center line higher and then that 2% offset, running off of it. If you said that 1st Street, that main road was the primary road, then it would keep that basically that offset from the center line there and then work the 2nd Street road off of it. There's a couple of different options here. You can pick it to where all the crowns are maintained, and you'll notice what that looks like here. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick. There are some geometry details. So we're going to say that 1st Street is the primary road. This is the station where they intersect. 2nd Street is going to be the secondary road. It intersects at station 0. You can go in all of these offset parameters. There's a lot of different options you can put in here. You may just have to go in and sort of play with it until you get it to be what you want it to be. Once it gets drawn in and once you can kind of see how it looks. Everything from the curb returns, the lane slopes, the corridor regions. It may take a little finagling through here. You can always use the help button. So when we create the intersection though, you'll notice what it does. And a lot of times you'll get some problems up here. Typically they don't mean much, so I usually just close it down. Especially those macro files, doesn't really do much. When you zoom out, you'll notice that you have an intersection built along 1st Street and 2nd Street where they join up. It puts some nice fillets in here. Everything looks good, right? We've got 12-foot lanes, we've got curbs, we've got a little extra widening for gutters here. So now we're ready to build our other roads off of this intersection point. But if you have intersections, you definitely want to do this first. You'll also notice that it created a bunch more properties. If you refresh your parcels over here, you'll see not only do we have property 1 and 2, but now there's 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. Every little piece of the intersection it put in a new property for. So again, if you want to grab some of these labels and pull them off to the side just so that they don't get in the way as much, you can always go in like we did before, get the parcel creation tools and do that parcel union and say that we want to put it into property 2 and we want to put in property 6, we want to put in property 5, property 4, 8, and 9, and when you hit enter, again refresh your parcels and you just have 1 and 2 again. So 2 is everything inside your right-of-way area and 1 is everything outside your right-of-way area. It just keeps things cleaned up a little bit. You don't need multiple sets of properties. But that's how you do a basic intersection design. Like I said, AutoCAD pretty much does it for you. Other than a little bit of cleanup on some of these curb returns, you should pretty well be set to build your road off of this point.